What is poppin', everybody? Welcome. We're at the post-elimination chamber show. And it absolutely, positively fucking sucked. I apologize. Oh, nah. I can't. And this is how most of the executives and the shareholders are taking all y'all fans that wasted $30 on PLE and probably half a mortgage to sit nosebleeds. You have got to be kidding me. I didn't even care of updating the entire thing. Because Road to WrestleMania is a complete car crash, a barn burner, absolute dumpster fire of entertainment I've seen in a long time. And if y'all didn't watch Elimination Chamber 2026, let me tell you, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope it was a fulfilling weekend. Probably you got your tax return money. But to some of us with no job, no future, I saw Danhousen for $39.99. Danhousen. Danhousen. For all that's holy Danhousen. For just one day, I just think maybe this will be the night I get an entertaining PLE to just watch with my brothers, probably some friends of mine, and we get to enjoy each other. And we get to enjoy each other's company and watch our favorite wrestlers in action. You know what I got to see? Danhausen on PLE. And Roman Reigns burying the product. Yeah, Roman Reigns brought up an interesting tweet. Because, of course, he wasn't on the PLE. They can't afford him. They can't afford Roman Reigns, folks. And this is it right here. I'm going to display it right here on the chat. Not sure what looked more tired, the crowd or the champion. Enjoy the final month of relegation. Like, that's, bro. This is what he's talking about. Do you fear Danhausen? Who and the reactions for what was in the crate. Danhausen was in the crate, by the way, folks. It took Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce to display what was in the crate. And that was nothing. What's going on? All that for absolutely nothing. Folks, I've been watching wrestling for like half of my life. And it's been on some fuck shit for most of it. But if you're telling me from all the people, and I saw the first comment of seeing Danhausen's return, that nigga hasn't been over in 3 years. He couldn't even get over in AEW. The city of indie schlop, and he couldn't get over. And you're telling me you get Danhausen with no motion. I wouldn't even mind if they just abruptly just pushed up Joe Hendry coming from the main roster, knowing he's done segments with Randy Orton. He's done segments with The Miz. He gets the rub over, getting over with the backstage over the locker room. I wouldn't mind if they did that because that'd be a pleasant surprise around the crowd, knowing people know who Joe Hendry is. There's memes of Joe Hendry. This nigga is a fucking Botchamania cameo. There's no pretext to any of this. Maybe if I was just more promoted to Danhausen, I would have had more, at least, confusion optimism or curiosity. Any three of the sorts would have got me to be interested in Danhousen. I got none of the sort, bro. I got none of the sort. You have got to be kidding me. And this is the pretext of what happens in an elimination chamber. I got it right here. My fault. LA Knight gets pinned. The only bet that we did as a family was to see if Cody Rhodes was going to bury a black talent. I think the booking made in Elimination Chamber was in ChatGPT and Gorilla. Is that why Triple H had all the time to go on vacation with his wife? At that point, that has to be up for discussion. Because there's no excuse. Paul Heyman even predicted the time of the Royal Rumble. The Masked Man was going to allegedly be Seth Rollins. Guess who it was at Elimination Chamber? It was Seth Rollins. Hell, you guys can shit on all you want. I know I had my critiques about the heel turn for John Cena. I get it. The heel run was underwhelming, misbooked, underscheduled, lack of buildup. I get it, but everybody tweeted John Cena's finally the bad guy. We had that build until WrestleMania, until the calendar year dropped. Now that John Cena isn't regularly on programming to at least bring some example on TV, you just do this so you can push a failsafe, knowing that Seth Rollins can't get heat as a babyface. I can't get heat as a faction leader, so you push him back as an upper mid-card babyface to feud with the faction that has the least amount of relevancy. And most of these niggas are in IR. Logan Paul, injured. Possibly injured Javon Evans over that pulverizer that Javon Evans took straight over to the dome in the middle of the canvas. That nigga's hurt. That's his life points going down. That's Javon Evans' life points after that move. And after that bump, the aura points coming from LA Knight. After trying to go for that stupid elbow drop he does, doing that double jump over from the top rope, absolutely slips and he tries to recover on stomping out of Randy Orton. It was an absolute car crash. Any of you guys want to raise your hand if you thought Rhea Ripley was going to lose the Elimination Chamber match? Please raise your hand. You're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. I apologize, folks. But I'm not sorry. I only apologize to you guys because no one deserves to be given this tone. But somebody got to say it. It's ass. AJ, you know AJ Lee was going to come out as Intercontinental Champion. AJ Lee looked like she had somewhat of ring rust. I think the best match of the show was probably CM Punk versus Finn Balor, even though we knew Finn Balor wasn't going to get over at his hometown. As well, when his wife is also competing for a women's championship. So they'll probably do Rollins versus The Vision, WrestleMania 26 style. Rollins just burying everybody. He does a double stomp with both feet on the back of the heads of Logan Paul. And whatever the fuck Austin Theory is at this point. Because he has the relevance as Austin Aries in Big 2026, man. Out of all the guys, man, and any of the anticipation heading over to the Chamber PLE was who's in the box. We can all admit that. You don't have to, just try to cope saying, no, I didn't really care. It's okay if you had somewhat of curiosity to see, to anticipate, to give you guys a reason to watch. I understand. But Danhousen, of all people that I need to hear, it's Danhousen. That gotta be ChatGPT. Because that nigga hasn't been over since he got all elite. He got into a couple. He got into a couple of feuds. I would rather it be Adam Copeland. Who would say no to Edge coming back from the crate after taking his time on AEW? Christian Cage. Jericho's contract ran out. He would have been a surprise. A pleasant surprise. But no, it's Danhousen of all people. But, no pop. Hold on. Where is it? Give me. There's no pop. A la Roman Reigns. No pop. Like I thought. Boring ass. Danhausen's whole goofy cartoon character ad gimmick with no general relevancy. I'd rather you give me that indie jobber something invincible. There's no shot, and I mean no shot. Hunter thought in Gorilla, yeah, let's surprise the crowd. Is Danhausen even from Chicago? Because no pop was coming off that. No pop. There's no shot. And there's probably going to be a Saturday main event to even close out on most of the storylines anyway, all over the coming March. You telling me those are the buys heading into that entire thing? Pip, now I understand why most fans want Vince McMahon to come back. Because now you're just taking a piss. And I was screaming down my lungs when Vince McMahon pulled up with a fucking egg on Survivor Series 2019 with no payoff. I was there seeing Drake Maverick piss on Bobby Roode's robes on a Raw. Dean Ambrose, I can understand. I understand. But how this is considered weekly television, and you guys with a smile on your face and the copium over your bloodstream, and you really think Danhausen is the way for Raw to be better? I want to see Obafemi smash somebody. Hell, even if they don't even value the other roster members, you don't even premiere what happens on the other weekly TV. Because we have 4 matches on a 4-hour PLE, 3-hour PLE. And most of it's just commercial breaks. Nigga, just to do a backstage segment involving R-Truth guessing on who's possibly in the crate for a shameless Papa John's plug. And then the Papa John's plug still was endorsed over by Michael Cole. What's the point of that? I wanted to beat up the little children playing around with the State Farm. Oh, come to the general insurance. I wanted to punch that mascot. I wanted to punch the armed service members. I wanted to punch the army. There's no shot you guys give that to me for $30 a month. There's no way. Yeah, Danhausen's like the DeAndre Ayton of the WWE. These are the same people bringing Giannis Antetokounmpo, but Westside Gunn gets escorted out the stadium. But they tolerate other guys not even promoting the product. But Westside Gunn, that's been a long-time WWE fan, can't even be there because he associated with AEW or some shit. I don't know. Y'all thought Finn Balor was gonna get over? And I'm not saying that the match wasn't bad. I like the psychology with Finn Balor. I like the psychology focusing on the ribs, but spamming the missile drop kicks. The match didn't. The match didn't drag on. Simple counter into the sharpshooter that took around like 3 attempts. The psychology was on point, and the match was simple standard. But at least I wanted some drama off the run-in. We had like 3 run-ins in the chamber match for something more predictable. At least I would understand the symbolism of the Judgment Day, not thinking that Finn Balor would do it, and we can at least entrust something that's not going to drag on. Do you guys really headline your channels? And I'm saying, I understand I'm not a notable YouTube channel in any wrestling spec, in any wrestling aspects. I understand. You guys are really making your content involving when the Judgment Day are breaking up still in big 2026. And these niggas have existed since 2021 or 2022. Honestly, what's the point? What's the goal here? I really need to know. What's the motivation? Is my guess. Because if we're getting comparisons to Collision, there's a problem here. Because I see Jay Lethal and Tommaso Ciampa. At least you get Kyle Fletcher and Okada. At least you get some sort of action. Shit, I haven't seen Thunder Rosa in like 2 years. At this point, watching an MLW show is better off than watching Elimination Chamber. You have the right to probably get a free copy of WWE 2K26, but you still get to pay for the battle pass for this dumb shit. That's crazy. That $3 billion of debt is really killing WWE's morality spike. Hell, it's killing their sales too, because they're doing a buy one get one free line to just get to fill up seats over at those WrestleMania tickets. That's why they don't want y'all to do those watch alongs. They want every cent to them. Fucking penny pinchers, bro. Kanye West was right. Fuck. Triple H is absolutely clueless, bro. I'm sorry. I will always admire Triple H as a worker, as a wrestler. He can be, of course, a guide for younger wrestlers. That's why NXT he gets praised universally, because it's so simple. You don't have to do that minimal wrestling. Not everybody needs their names on the card for a super card. Like if we're doing like a 5-match card on the NXT Takeover Dallas back in the Great Black and Gold era, that means I can do 4 matches on a 3-hour pay-per-views, and most of the ads take up most over the screen time. Fuck you, Aleister Black. You want your niggas some screen time? Promote me this Papa John's pizza while an ESPN flag lemonade stands over in the background with the crate with Danhousen in that. Yes, of course Danhausen's gonna fill up seats. Sure. Uh-huh. Who said that? I don't know. I was thinking in my inner monologue. I don't hear thoughts, I smell thoughts with my big ass nose. Fucking weirdo. I hate Triple H, dog. I'm sorry. All the things I have to see in wrestling nowadays. That pissed me off. And I was watching 2019 Hell in a Cell. Y'all don't know what happened back in 2019 Hell in a Cell? Let me just bring you back the memories just in case you somehow erased that memory from your mind. When it was Seth freaking Rollins, when he was supposed to be the key head of the business back on the Raw brand for the Universal Championship. While y'all ran ship into AEW as soon as it was premiering, when it was The Fiend versus Seth Rollins for the world title. And then end up with Seth Rollins hitting The Fiend with a toolbox after they were going kick out for kick out because they can't book monsters anymore. That's how bad WWE's fallen. We came from Kane Umaga, the Great Khali. Sometimes these guys can get over on established names like The Undertaker. No, they can't. Because they got to trade losses. And then, I don't know who these guys are. Is this their first time on a pay-per-view? Nah, they've been in the company for 5 years. Why? We filled it up. Why? Because Danhousen took up a spot. Explain that to me. I just need some logic. For once, can I get some logic into any of this? For these bumbleclot seats. Because people were thinking in their mind that Finn Balor was going to somehow upset CM Punk when people know they're trying to pay bills in the WWE business. And immediately, they thought Becky Lynch, after like months of build of AJ Lee just foiling Becky Lynch and shitty Disney Channel, Disney XD promo. Like, I swear to God, you guys see the build of what they were doing for AJ Lee and Becky Lynch? You think you are watching Liv and Maddie dialogue, like that Disney Channel dialogue that you guys would be well equipped of, because I know the audience is around my age, so they understand like the over exaggeration, the bulging eyes, trying to push that over expression, over animation expression that they push over on TV. They try to do that so they can get Becky Lynch heat, but she's still trying to forcibly be funny. The acting coach needs to be on Indeed right now, dog. Michael Cole can try to gloat about the attendance record of a B-level pay-per-view like Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber 2010 still had probably the biggest buys until like 2025 with John Cena turning heel and The Rock showing up. You're telling me sold out approximately 19,000. Thanks for selling out to capacity. Like, I hate whenever WWE does that. That's the most weirdest thing, bro. That's like saying I'm sold out for my YouTube channel with 100,000. Why am I capping myself? When I know the larger audience is watching the TV, but they'll never go in the ratings on Netflix, wouldn't they? You know that shit doesn't. You don't see that in the top 10 viewers list on Netflix. They don't display their ratings until like 6 months prior. That shit's pending, out of embarrassment. That's sad. Oh God. Javon taking that pulverizer down head first, shattering his neck. God bless Javon if he's still able to walk after that. LA Knight's terrifying botch where he messed up his elbow drop. He coming from giving that BFT straight to Javon from the top of the chamber for him, obviously, to do a splash spot. Logan Paul picked up 2 pins until he gets knocked down by Seth Rollins, costing him the chamber. And that was after Drew McIntyre came in as well, trying to cost Cody Rhodes a shot to face him at WrestleMania for the 1100th time with no build. When these guys already been fighting for like 17 times since WrestlePalooza with no draws. If you look, I'm not saying that out of pure random hate, because obviously numbers don't lie. Yeah, because you guys don't watch it. 900K viewers. Don't blame that on FS1. Y'all tried to blame that off of FS1. Y'all still can find that channel on your network. You guys had to go back to Sci-Fi and watch Friday Night SmackDown. Sci-Fi. How's that still on your cable plan? Jesus. Thank God for Randy Orton, because I guess he was a more passable solution instead of LA Knight. So he could just sell him in multi-man tag matches with Seth Rollins on Raw, bro. You know how bad it is that you can picture what's going to happen on weekly TV than the next WrestleMania? That has to be something, bro. Because of all the things I've seen in WWE, I shouldn't be predicting, so he's going to interrupt here. So it's going to be a 6-man tag match the next week on Raw. And then come the pay-per-view, they're going to wrestle in, but you know when the run-in's coming. That's terrible, bro. That's as believable as saying Raquel Rodriguez is the strongest woman in the WWE, all because she has broad-ass shoulders when she flexes. Yet she doesn't look as convincing as Jade Cargill. My worst thing was trying to push over a spot involving the sister Abigail, Alexa Bliss trying to point at the WrestleMania sign, even though they're still opponents. So then Asuka gave her the green mist, and then costed her a shot to go to WrestleMania. And then Raquel double pinned, I think, Kiana James, and then Asuka at the same time. I don't know what this major push on Raquel Rodriguez is gonna be. All due respect, I'm sure she's a good talent. When I saw her wrestling, it was incredibly sluggish. When she was trying to do spots over with Tiffany Stratton and herself, and then when it was just them one on one. When Rhea Ripley was just hooked up over on the chamber chain, and just looking uncoordinated. Probably it was just the timings they were messing up. But the chamber matches just don't hit how they used to, aesthetically or otherwise. Otherwise, it was either technical constraints or something gets broken, and now it just looks like I'm looking into uh, a Mattel budget cut. I'm looking at a lunchbox. The chamber looks like a goddamn WWE branded lunchbox for toddlers. It doesn't look like a dome that's supposed to be the most intimidating part of heading to WrestleMania. It just doesn't. And then you have, don't you care about what's going to happen with Jey Uso? Nigga, do you? Why are you asking me? Every time, whenever people try to force any type of anticipation that goes around the show, they're trying to convince themselves. Stop doing it. It's not going to make me enjoy the show. If you already can't even convince me, nobody gives me a fucking reason. Jey Uso would have ruined the Elimination Chamber. Thank God. Nigga would have yeeted in the middle of a high spot with Javon Evans. And then get hit with an RKO and get eliminated. Like, I really do not fuck with this alcoholic, weirdo, skinny, fat, crop top wearing Samoan bitch ass nigga that just comes around drunkard, ruining media presence with him spamming around Yeet and not even knowing how a chamber match works. If y'all saw what happened on ESPN in the morning with him and Stephen A. Smith and them trying to display what's the difference between the Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble? Well, it's less men, but it's just pinfall submission in a steel dome, so there's no escape in there. It's so simple. It's a luck and a draw. How can Jey Uso not even sell me 2 match stipulations that are a staple of WWE for the past 20 to 30 years? The Rumble for even longer. And that's a dumbass question because I'm sure everybody has watched how the Rumble works. It's dead ass the luck of the draw, and it's unpredictable. I can either team up with anybody I don't like or team up with somebody I do like. I can either be the first one or the last one. It's all about opportunity. That's the whole point of the Rumble. That's always been the whole point of the Rumble. And yet Jey Uso can't sell it. Yeet, motherfucking yeet. Rikishi, your son ain't shit as a headliner. And it's time for that to get through your fucking head. I don't care that you don't like that you do like Jey Uso. I care that nigga can't sell tickets. He can't wrestle one-on-one. And most of the time, he's just a yeet guy. He's just a Samoan Fandango. It's over with. I hope he gets squashed. For the love of God. I just don't think the gimmick will survive. They might need to repackage him somehow. Damn, that's the first comment, by the way. Mostly see the debut get hated than him. It's a cool presentation for a new talent. People had too high expectations for someone like Chris Jericho, and it's their own fault for thinking that they would be hiding somebody in a box. You know, somebody is the most anticipated as like a superstar that's well known when there's so little like general like mainstream accord when it comes to most of the independent talent. It really takes a lot of presentation to sell somebody like Danhousen that's not really shown to the general public that was selling out bingo halls. That's not out of pure hate of Danhousen. I'm sure he would work out for the WWE brand. Another cartoon gimmick doesn't kill a person, but it's just over the anticipation, just for a weirdo gimmick over in the middle of a PLE for a nigga that we know will be probably in dark matches with Royce Keys. That's just crazy. I've lost any interest in being monetizable at this point in my life. I'm done. That's crazy. All for Danhousen. And the first comment on somebody that's supposed to be universally loved by the IWC. Everybody loves Danhousen. Everybody likes his gimmick with the choke slam, the face paint. Nigga looking like Brian Zane. If he kept eating sugar cereals, like he's a weirdo. Royce Keys that we show up after a Royal Rumble appearance and this nigga's doing dark matches. Explain to me that. No Joe Hendry. I don't even care if it's Chris Jericho. Give me somebody that's going to be on weekly television that I'll be anticipated to watch every week. No pop for Kiana James. No pop for Danhousen. And the first thought in your mind is just give it a chance. You mean give it a chance? You mean what am I missing? What's interesting about Danhousen that I don't get from Santino Marella? And also, you won't even be seeing Danhousen that often because we're doing 4-match PLEs. And the segments you'll get is either promoting the shameless plug of sponsors knowing WWE's in $3 billion of debt and most of their personality in the ring comes from the multiple Riyadh Airways sponsors they have on the pay-per-views and weekly television sets. I have no tolerance for what WWE has the capability of doing. And with the build being so chat GBT with the masked man and it becoming Seth Rollins, you just proved a lot of haters right. WWE just proved a lot of haters right. That's the worst thing about this. And I wish he didn't. I really wish he didn't. Because there's a lot of things that we've kind of done to at least present this PLE as some type of anticipation. Hell, you could have even added a 5th match, shake it up, feeling spicy, feeling dangerous, feeling bad, like it's out of your diet. Like, I swear, Triple H orchestrates PLEs like this nigga's in a calorie deficit. Because there's no way he can't stray away from an 8-man card when he's been conditioned for the past couple years, and I swear to God, this also has to do with the lack of live shows. We have a lack of live events now. And it's like, oh, it's a lack of injuries. It's the injuries that goes over. Nigga, how come we're missing half of the Vision faction? Most of major talent that we have anticipation. Braun Breaker will be missing WrestleMania this year. Stop always excusing repetition as a reason to not do it. There's no shot. This is why NBA players even disagree with an 82. Well, you never hear NBA players, they complain about a back-to-back. Okay, the NBA players don't like back-to-backs. Okay, they don't get back-to-backs. They still get hurt. So guess what? Let's do less games. We can't do that. Why? I get paychecks that way. How to orchestrate paychecks. And now you take away the live events. Who be complaining about the live events? The wrestlers that don't get screen time? Oh, I get hurt that way? Like, come on, bro. I'm trying to get the logic here. Like, what am I missing? What's poppin', Swerve? My fault. All love to you, bro. What's going on? Oh my God. I wouldn't even blame you if you didn't watch the show, man. I was about to ask. But I know you probably have stuff going on. I understand if you have stuff going on, man. There's no shot. And every time, it feels like WWE wants to be its own enemy. It wants to be its own enemy. You're enjoying the show? I did what you want. No talent. We're ruined. Listening and lurking? Oh, good. Oh, you've seen the highlights. Yeah, you excited for Danhousen? Are you enjoying the show? I know damn well I wasn't. And if the first comment section, YTC, you could tell the optimism. Sorry. Sorry, Swerve. If you could see the first lick of optimism going into Danhousen being like, yeah, I think he needs a character change. That's the type of support you're getting. That's the type of support, not hell yeah. Danhousen's finally signed with WWE. That's the first person. Really? Are you serious? and I was going over the bad things because you remember when you were streaming and when we were watching the time when you were doing live content in WWE. I had to witness the DQ in a Hell in a Cell with The Fiend and Seth Rollins for this. And you guys thought heel John Cena's booking was bad? Explain to me. I really need to understand. I really want to understand, bro. Like there gotta be some logic involved. Because if the first thought is, the show's mid for real, Roman Reigns is admitting that the content's boring, the champions are boring, and I understand he's doing that to get himself over. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna have Seth Rollins versus the Vision. Yay! Are you guys enjoying the show? Like, keep it a buck with me, man. Is Triple H using ChatGPT? Like, you could say it, man. I admit it. I know kids nowadays have a lower reading level and a low attention span. Like, I know it. It wouldn't. Don't be ashamed. I even use AIs for certain assignments I had in college. No one doesn't mind taking a shortcut. You just want to go for the path. You want to make it through Monday to Friday, like you do writing your TV shows. And WWE Unreal just explains the whole thing. Because damn no, people are not trying to watch McIntyre and Rhodes one more time. What? And I'm gonna transition back over to the live shows because there's like people want to preach wrestling safety, and it just comes with the job. You know what comes with more safety? More repetition. You didn't have to see that botch fest that was the men's chamber match when LA Knight's trying to go for that little pop up second rope maneuvers. I don't have to see women going for hip tosses, but they're telegraphing the hip toss so it doesn't feel realistic whenever it goes for a reversal. It feels faker than it should be. And now I'm watching it. Now I feel like I don't need Vince back, but I need some of the Vince philosophies there. Oh yeah, I did it. Yeah, it was me. Look, I'm AJ's father figure, even though she's in her late 30s. It was me. Don't you guys enjoy it? I love my wrestlers, except the black ones. But I love my wrestlers. I don't fuck LA Knight. Wasn't that nigga eliminated second? Fuck him. I wish he was called Dupree again. What was it called? What was his first name when he was the manager? It wasn't Maxime Dupree. It was something Dupree. So somebody can look that up for me. Oh wait, hold on. I have a website just for that. Hold on. Eli Drake, Max Dupree. Yeah, that should only lasted for like a couple months until he transitioned to LA Knight. And that was when he was coming over as the main roster as a manager. Then became a wrestler. Like what Adam Cole was supposed to do. He was supposed to be a manager. Yeah, fun fact. Not all your favorite wrestlers are going to be, established main event talents. You're not always going to be the main character type shit. Yeah. And knowing this is what Triple H invalidates himself with. Hell, he already puts himself on the WWE 2K cover. That guy really thinks like he's the pecking order of the Attitude Era. At best, you're a secondary character. There's no shot you're putting yourself against Shawn Michaels as a peak of the Attitude Era. There's no shot. Shawn Michaels was considered a headliner until you came in the picture. After he got out. After losing his smile. There's no way. One of the key pieces on Steve Austin becoming a star was Shawn Michaels. There's no shot. Because if we look at the WWE 2K cover for the Monday Night Wars edition, I don't know how that's going to be because of the contractual obligations with some of the AEW stars that affiliated with WCW, but that's money in the mix. And I like me some money. But WWE is afraid of it because they don't like drawing on their PLEs. That's why they still owe $3 billion of debt. So they put the key pieces of the Monday Night Wars on the WWF side. You got Steve Austin, okay. Undertaker, okay. The Rock, okay. Kurt Angle, okay. China, okay. Triple H. You can name 4 other wrestlers that would have been on that cover and nobody would have complained. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a guest here. I don't have a drum roll. You know what? I got something a bit better, but I don't know if you have this. What's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? Welcome everybody. Welcome Swerve to the channel again. How's it going?
What's up, man? Doing good. I like the setup. This looks way better than StreamYards, is it?
somewhat, a bit pricey, but I had a sale.
Oh,
I think the time
pricey. Oh
I
my
told it.
God. It can't be pricey as StreamYards used to be free. And then I've gone on it and everything is like $20 minimum.
Then it keeps adding up, and then that poor soul that's paying like ESPN Plus prices. It
Yo,
all adds up.
even like free thumbnails that I was used to was just like, no, you need to upgrade. And I'm just like, what? Just for a what? I can't even upload silly pictures of Nutella anymore.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. I don't know what she's doing.
Man, I've been listening to your show, man. My gosh, I'm glad they're getting what they deserve, the WWE, because it is not fun at all. And I agree with everything you're
Oh,
saying about all these Twitter folks.
I'm trying. I just wish I had some positive things to say. Swerve, I I thought I've been through worse. And I was like praising like the presentations look better on Raw. They do vignettes for some of the promotions. They have some young talent. I like Javon Evans. He took a tough spot when Logan Paul hit him with some type of driver to
Yeah.
the head. Hope he's okay. But I
Mhm.
do not like I like Trick Williams. They have some talented guys there. Let's show more of the talent. Guess what they do? They do 4 match cards. And the whole crate thing they've been building up since after the Rumble. Who's
Yep.
in the crate? Who's in the crate? Like, so I don't know how big. I think you affiliate. I think I hear you like have an indie background. Like you know certain wrestlers.
Mhm.
You know anything on Danhousen that I'm like not getting?
He just knows a lot of people backstage. He's really, really good friends with Sean Ross Sapp, and that gets you a lot of places.
Oh yikes!
Yeah. And where Sean
Yeah,
lives at, there's a lot of indie wrestlers that try to make it into AEW and WWE. And he's funny. Danhausen makes a lot of the guys laugh backstage. Sean Ross Sapp has pull, as awkward as that says, and he's
oh
best
Sean,
friends
he's
with
white
CM
or
Punk.
truth.
So
God, he's white or truth. Oh Jesus!
so like you said, with the nepotism, with AJ Lee winning the title and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, it's just best friends with being really close friends with CM Punk for Danhausen as well. And I'm glad it all
Mm.
backfired today with the Chicago fans booing him.
How you getting heat on a reveal? How you getting heat on a reveal that was weeks in the making? That's like a new sign. And I seen the demon on WCW.
Mhm.
I
Oh my
think
god.
Eugene would have gotten a better pop.
The demon, wow, the kiss demon. Did anybody bring that up on Twitter, or is that you just brought that up yourself?
I just brought that off myself. I didn't see anything involving that yet. No.
Oh my god, that is
No, that's
exactly like that's the Timu version of the Kiss Warrior or whatever he was.
and Swerve. I
Yeah.
don't know how big are you like whenever it comes to like people back when they were doing like SmackDown versus Raw. They had something involving a story mode, so you can like actually do setups, the show introductions. You can do backstage
Mhm.
segments, and like nowadays with WWE 2K and stuff, this is some Chat GBT shit with Seth Rollins. Like, I apologize. That is something that even Impact would have made more interesting, and even TNA at this point is even dogging. Even AEW, I'll give AEW some credit. They're not drawing as how they used to back when they had Punk, but
Mhm.
I think their TV's gotten better.
I agree.
It's poor what they can do when they have the tools. And the first thing you do, people had Grayson Waller, the guy that's been on NXT dark matches. Fat Montez Ford would have been better than this.
Oh my god, Fat Montez Ford. Yeah,
That
true,
broke my heart.
yeah. How do
That broke my heart, by the way, when I saw that. I was like, whoa,
Yo,
whoa.
Fat Montez Ford is still 10 times, 1,000 times better than Fat Old
10 tons. 10 tons.
Heavy.
I'm sorry.
Was there any reason why he gained weight? Do you know or no?
I don't know. Was he coming from an injury? Because that could be the reason. Because we haven't seen the Street Profits for months. I think their last PLE together was like uh Backlash.
Ooh. There
And that was
was
like
a
a
link
long time ago.
on a website that was like real reason why Montez Ford gained weight, and I was just like, I'm not clicking that. I don't care. I like Montez. It was like whatever. And the only two things I think of
Sorry.
is his wife is injured, so he's staying home with his wifey, or he wants to put on muscle. He sees guys like Trick Williams, Obafemi, everybody big, and he's still skinny cut, and then he's just like he wants to put on that fat muscle so he
But
can turn it.
that's a bit crazy because like Javon Evans also gets momentum in the kids lean. We've seen guys that've been lean fit and they still get like overbooked. You see, Sami Zayn gets lean fit.
Yeah.
Montez Ford's not even like a bad type of lean. Guys cut, got 6-pack. I don't understand that he probably wants to transition away. Didn't they try to transition? I swear it was like post WrestleMania. They tried to transition a tag breakup out of them. Try to JTG and shat it, and they did nothing afterwards. Then those guys doing NXT dark matches.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Most decorative tag team. They get dark matches. What?
Yeah, I'm a fan of them both, and it just sucks what they're doing with them, and it just it sucks.
You enjoying the show?
What's up?
You enjoying the show?
That was Triple H voice. That was awesome. I'm enjoying the show. Man, my webcam broke, so it looks like I'm in a sniper. Like in a peak.
Oh, it looks good. We're good. I thought it was a filter.
Nah. When you drop your laptop 1,000 times, that's what happens.
Ooh.
But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was watching it. I was listening to it. I was like outside, so I was listening to it on Rumble. Rumble allows you to watch pay-per-views for free for no reason, like out of nowhere, no copyrights, nothing. And I was surprised. Yeah, it was almost predictable. I don't even know where to begin. Did you already speak about Randy Orton and him possibly beating or tying John Cena's record?
I mean, I think he's still at what 14 title runs.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's close, but it would be something different because I know they've been doing like
next month. You got to think about 16, right?
That could be. I mean, I would just put the nail on the coffin. Just having Randy Orton still in the title picture. It's a good change of pace for McIntyre, knowing like McIntyre can get heat with Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And they can have a good thing, but this feels like such a B-list pay-per-view because we know these guys, that's like a night one deal. And Roman Reigns and CM Punk is probably closing that night too.
Paul Heyman even downplayed this WrestleMania. He said this WrestleMania is preparing for Saudi Mania. He literally called it Saudi Mania for next year.
Oh, he is such a shill. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. So even AJ Styles, didn't he bury WrestleMania? It ain't the spectacle that it used to be. I mean, not because I'm there, not because I retired. It's just it just sucks, just terrible.
It does, man. There's like you said, there's no it's like a B list. We got Randy Orton in the main event, and it's just like
raise your hand if you thought Rhea Ripley was going to lose that chamber match. Raise your hand.
Oh hell no!
Come on, guys. Come. I want guys to lose money. That's what.
I thought what was going to happen since Danhousen is friends with CM Punk that he was going to interfere and have him win the match, and we were going to get Finn Balor against his little demon self.
Blackface, and he's missile drop kicking CM Punk. Oh God, I'd rather you show me Nicholas, that tag team with Braun Strowman back at WrestleMania when we were in New Orleans. I'd rather you show me Nicholas again. Nicholas all grown up, probably with some Ozempic.
Yo, that Nicholas guy, man. Yo, there's a funny story that I'll always remember, and it sounded so sus. When Braun Strowman won that title with the 12-year-old kid, like you said, Nicholas, then Braun Strowman won it a second time on Monday Night Raw, like a year later. And Michael Cole says this: the last time Braun Strowman did it and was this happy, he did it with a 12-year-old at WrestleMania.
Hey, yo.
I was like, what?
What? You did that live on TV? Live on TV? Now I forgive that guy who brought up that Kobe Bryant hotel promo back on Raw. That was crazy too.
Oh my God.
He's Titus O'Neil. You see that? He's like Kobe Bryant in a hotel room. Unstoppable. Yo, cut it off. Cut off his mic. Cut off his mic. There's no shot.
Damn, and he was a good guy too. I recall him like he was like one of those managers where like Jack Diesel and that like they were just preparing him to become a roster wrestler. And he said that, and it's just If the WWE didn't make a big deal about it, that would have so gone on underneath the radar.
I mean, shit. At this point, I'd rather you did because you're getting you're getting booed. You're getting heat in a big place where like anything can get a pop, like Chicago. That's like considered like the new New York of things
Yep.
in the wrestling sphere.
Yo, did
And you get
CM
AJ Lee
Punk
winning.
come
Sorry, go
out
ahead.
to Michael Jordan's theme song?
Oh God, that.
Yeah, did he?
No. I don't think he did. I think it was
I
still
think he
regular.
did. Go to AEW Neckbeard's Twitter account.
Oh Lord.
Yep, and he had the Goldberg entrance, like it was like and they knocked on his door, and then it's just like, and now from WWE. Oh man,
No, this
you.
is wrestling neck. Oh wait, no, it's underscored right here. Oh no. Actually, it was Whoop That Trick in Tourette's. He's still not better than. He's still better than Kurt Angle. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. For the
Triple
love
H
of
cursed
God.
him. Little does he know.
This guy's a Botchamania cameo in the intro of the video, and you're telling me this guy sells out the whole arena? No wonder they put him in the crate. If you saw that promoted swerve, you would have thought this was an AEW Jericho Cruise. You thought this would be a Jericho Cruise.
Jericho Cruise.
I adore Danhousen as a character, just not as a wrestler, but he deserves a chance. Too bad it fell flat. God damn, the burial of this guy. Oh, wow. You know what? That's the whole PLE in a nutshell.
Ugh.
Oh, that's
I think it's
that's
like
too
a
much
couple
symbolism.
down, but you come to it.
This is awful. And I remember I was giving AEW some flack.
That's it
Oh,
right
wait, this
there, I
might be
think.
it. Michael Jordan be like, fuck this shit. I got 6 rings. I don't need to watch a PLE. That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It is, but it's funny. They both have different political viewpoints, and he's using that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I,
Fuck blood money, right, Punk? Yeah, forget blood money?
They finally took the posters off the doors and like the little printed papers, and they actually it looks like they had an iPad as their door thing, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Do they regularly do that with locker rooms?
That's the first time I've seen it. It's usually like that piece of paper they print out and it just says CM Punk, like, or AEW's is even worse.
Lord forbid if you're in catering.
Oh man.
You just get a janitor closet to yourself. This is all yours, Apollo Cruz. Royce Keys, this is yours. What is that? Is that a porta potty? Yeah. Don't lie about your age again. Yeah, the boogeyman got lucky.
Man, he was able to pull that off when there was no internet.
Oh yeah, fact. That's easy to pull off, even in the NBA still. But yeah, Taco Fall. Yeah, you're 25. Sure. Yeah, this my thing with AJ Lee with this match. This was an okay match. A bit dragged in a couple segments because like you're
Mhm.
having AJ Lee with so much ring rust, and you don't have her work any of the matches heading into the pay-per-view, and she just gets an automatic shot for the women's title for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's like, oh my god, Swerve, if you were watching the TV for Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, you'd think you'd be watching Liv and Maddie on Disney Channel. You thought you'd be watching Good Luck Charlie.
I'm
The
distracted by
acting
her
is
receding
terrible.
hairline.
Oh my god. A lot of receding hairline, yes. A lot of weaves for no reason.
Oh man.
And CGI.
CGI her hairline.
Oh god, the veneers. They took away her ass. She did too many ab flexes. She had no ass in this match.
She does. She never had one. She would have like Daisy Dukes, and they were baggy on her. Like her shorts were baggy on her. They would look
My
like
thing
something
is,
like
why is
there would
she?
be like a cheek in there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She has a nice. No, she don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, producer of Wrestling Observer. Oh, no wonder. No wonder.
Derek Sabato.
Oh, wow. No, knowing like why do they transition with like no PL, like very little matches on PLEs now? What's the transition there? Is that all the capacity for Triple H to take that
Oh
many
no, no.
wrestlers?
Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I remember listening to Conan or something and Vince Russo, and they said they're only allowed it a few, like they're only allowed it, say like 3 hours, and they can't go over and they can't go under anymore. And they found like a sweet spot where if a person watches 2 minutes on Netflix, that counts as a view anyway. So they're not enticed to give us any more matches because we watched it for 2 minutes and that's a view. And they're like, F you, we're gonna give you the matches that, like as minimal as possible. And Vince Russo and them were talking about it. It was just like, damn, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Good question.
Fuck you then. And like, it's not like I have a job or anything. Watch night 2 of the Royal Rumble. Oh God, no. And we know the women's Rumble match ain't even gonna main event night 1. Oh God. And they put no Obafemi. Like you'll be forgetting, like there's a roster with the PLEs. That's the thing. Like you forget what else is going on TV if you're having this much build and you only got like 4 matches to transition, and you have at least like the next 2 to 5 minutes on ads, bro. Like that is so anti-production. And
It
like
is.
now what's going to happen with most of the guys in the locker room, because they try to bring over the excuse, Triple H try to bring over the excuse with like, because of the lucrative contracts, there's not really that much point having so many superstars on live PLEs. So that means you don't really value that much talent heading over to your premier live events. That's insane.
I think all said and
That's
done, they're gonna try to have as many wrestlers as possible that aren't getting paid like Cody, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. They're getting dwindled out. But
and it's like you forget like how many people like should be on PLE that should be getting promoted. We should be promoting guys like Obafemi being promoted. We could have been doing segments with like Dominic Mysterio. It could have been a couple seconds with like Liv Morgan getting involved and costing him, because you're doing this whole division with the Judgment Day anyway, because we know Finn Balor wasn't going to get over on CM Punk. So why not just build up everything crumbling and the family can't stay together that they've
yep.
held on much on the Judgment Day anyway. And the Wyatt Sex, I don't claim that as a real faction. I don't know what that was, just a gimme faction. That was the Brody Lee equivalent of what they did with the Dork Order, and you don't even see them on Dynamite anymore.
Wow, they
And
are the Dork Order.
Jesus Christ. And then you kept putting this with the Bloodline B team. I mean, with Solo Sikoa and them. You could have done a cinematic match, but it's only 3.5 hours, so they don't want anybody to go over time. And then you see these injuries pile up, Swerve, like I talked about, and it's not because of the wrestling; it's the wrestling style and the repetition that they don't have enough practice doing. So they cancel over these events. I bet because of the money. I bet because of the revenue they kill over the traveling. It's not because of the injuries, because they know we're still going to let Javon Evans do some dumb crap from the top of the chamber pod.
You're
So
right.
that's poor logic. Don't give me that. Also, I heard about this thing with the with the Tourette's guy just spewing. It's involuntary, folks. It's involuntary. He didn't really mean it. It comes with having Tourette's syndrome.
I've seen it trending. I didn't want to click on it because I didn't want racist stuff to be trending and all. So like anything that's racist
Yeah.
now, I try not to click. But was it really bad? Like he was there and he just said it in the audience?
He just said it over in the middle of the presentation, but they didn't bleep it out in time when it was premiering. Yeah, so I guess that was the only time he said it.
Sheesh.
I mean, he probably was trying to control his tics.
And he really has Tourette's? What was that his excuse? Oh my
That was
god.
no, he legitimately had Tourette's.
I'm gonna say that
Damn.
as my excuse if I say it. I'm like, it's a
That's a
wrap.
double-edged sword.
We got to pass now. Let's go.
We can all say, guys, get in, get in.
Get in. Hurry up before they see Tourette's is not a real disability.
Oh nah. Oh damn. Oh man.
Eminem just dropped 10 albums out of nowhere. Man.
And now we got what I bet there's gonna be a Saturday Night main event because we know Triple H can't book.
There's another Saturday night's main event right before WrestleMania.
No, we got NXT Vengeance Day. Revolution is gonna be March 15th. WrestleMania should be at I think April 14th. So they have a whole month of build. The rest are just
Man, right
an
on tag.
NXT PLE. What's up? Right on tax day, you said?
Oh no, I was coughing. Yeah, April 14th. It's gonna be right on Tags Day. If that's the case. People. What are the excuses? Are there people already giving excuses for Danhousen getting booed? Did you see those?
I think I saw a couple.
Yeah.
But I don't think most of them were like realistic to me.
Same.
Because people try to say because they wanted Jericho.
There was so many reasons. Yeah, I haven't heard that one yet though, but yeah.
Man, like, oh, we wanted Jericho, Christian Cage. I'd rather Joe Hendry.
Oh my god.
Oh wow! As soon as I said it, as soon as I said White R-Truth, that's what they.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
People would say, "Oh, they were booing him because they were going along with this character because he pointed at the crowd and cursed everybody, so they were booing him."
Doesn't he get over cursing people?
Yeah. But they expect us to believe that when nobody really knows. Like, it's weird. Like, nobody, like, those fans there don't really know about AEW. Maybe Chicago does, but, like, nobody knew about Hobbs coming in, even though it was overseas. But, like, there's a lot of AEW. There's a lot of AEW stars that'll come over where people are just like, huh? Who are they? And now we're supposed to expect that they know the inside joke with a mid-carder of AEW? Like, no way.
No, there's no way most of these people that have Bills in their name know who the fuck Danhausen. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be disrespectful to Danhausen, but there's no shot. You watching Being the Elite, and you still got to cover the second shift. Like, there's no way. And I'm not saying that there hasn't been. More people would have more anticipation for like people like MJF, maybe Will Ospreay, because there's more of a long-term following for these guys being like major talents. But like Danhausen, that is way too niche.
Super. And he lives in Chicago. Like, that's his people too. Like, I guess. Like, the only reason why I say that is because a couple years ago I seen him at like that Wrestling Pro T-shirt, and it's at Chicago, and he's friends with CM Punk. So I thought he would have gotten that, that cheer. Or maybe on my thing, like if I wanted to be a mark, the Chicago crew was booing him because deep down inside they're AEW fans, and they were booing him that he left AEW. But
really, that's actually the best one. That's the best one Dave Meltzer would have made. Well, because Chicago fans were, even though it's primarily Jacksonville, but I feel like
yeah, there you go.
Well, Chicago. Just more AEW centric, knowing how much we sold out.
Just spit it out. Just spit it out. Just say it. Damn it.
Well, I just feel like you're poor.
Right? You're poor. Man,
just betraying the AEW fan base. Obviously. Oh man, no one's going to petition Angelico out of AEW, coming back to AEW. If you're not like getting like completely bash social media wise, like they did R-Truth when they unsuspected him not renewing his contract. You're not over. Like that's how over R-Truth had gotten with the WWE fans in the locker room. And you're telling me Danhousen is so over? You get booed in your own local area, and I bet he was getting
time
pussy.
traveler knows who R-Truth is. Did you see that episode?
Wait, which one?
Time traveler from 2005, the guy who sells bootleg
Oh yeah,
DVDs.
that's around killings.
Pogwarts.
Got some bootleg DVDs. Oh, you fucked up, Montez.
He went to R-Truth and he wanted him to sell sign a bootleg DVD, and it was like, nah, man, I can't do that. But then funny. It was cool. And then he pulled out R-Truth's original album from 2001. Then you could see like R-Truth just like melts, man. Like,
that's awesome.
Yep.
I love that guy, man. But things change. Triple H got no hair no more.
No more. I love that guy, man.
Oh my god. And now we got like, oh, what's the build for Mania? Well, Randy will face McIntyre. Oh, well, Cody Rhodes will be in there as well. Wait, what? Yeah. It'll be a triple threat match.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Or are you just saying that right now?
I bet they'd still get him involved all because he interrupted and costed Cody Rhodes. So that'll be probably an impromptu way to try to book Cody in there because they got to get Cody in there for the representation. It's still February. I swear, we got to remember that. And just knowing like Cody can't be booked without the title, especially this close to Mania. I bet they'll just do that for added drama because I don't think McIntyre and Randy has any story involved with it.
That crossed my mind too for a second. That's why when you brought that up, I was just like, what? And then Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, they could play like will they be a team? Will they work together because they're, a relationship back in the day? And then Ted DiBiase comes out with like his in handcuffs like Rey Mysterio.
Guys, you guys want to join my pyramid scheme? Fuck. Ted, find the job. Jesus.
Man.
Fraud. I thought it was a gimmick.
He ain't got no money no more. He ain't the $1 million man no more.
Man, where's Maurice? Oh, what do you mean married to the Miz? You mean that guy from that reality TV show?
Oh, man. I like when he goes to WWE shows and he's like, I'm here to see The Rock and Stone Cold. And they're like, what? Who? He ain't here. Oh, man.
Oh, God. I mean, that makes sense for him because he actually has a gimmick. Yeah. That's the craziest thing. He actually has a gimmick that he actually works with, unlike other guys like Jey Uso. He's supposed to be on the straight and narrow, but that guy be on the DUI. I'm joking. I'm not going there.
The DUI? What?
Yeah.
Everybody gets a DUI in WWE. That's what's up. The Hardys are there.
For real.
That's why Vince McMahon got pulled over. He probably was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that. Oh, yeah. I was there for my niece's birthday party.
Right. Oh, sure. Yo, and it's crazy how
trying to get a black guy over.
Yo, if it wasn't Vince McMahon, that guy would have been a whole different story, man. He would have been roughed up out of the car. They would have arrested him. He'd still be in jail right now. There'd be canines sniffing his freaking car. But Vince McMahon just gets a $1,000 ticket and he's on his way. Like, damn.
There would have been 4 different planted drugs if it was a different guy.
Hell yeah, it would have been. Damn.
Which setting was he in when he was driving? When he got pulled over?
What side? What do you mean?
And no, I mean, like what setting? Where was Vince McMahon driving from?
He was driving from the gym. I think they said, and then he was going on the highway to.
No, I'm talking about like what? Sorry, I mean what state? Like was
Connecticut?
It like Connecticut? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like at least 3 planted. It's not that diverse there.
And he runs that state basically. What his wife was like a senator one year, so like even the cops pulled him over and they're like, "We know who you are, sir." So once they said that,
he would have pulled you up some tickets, but even Vince was like, "They're bugging out with these prices. This dynamic ticket pricing ain't shit."
All right, and it's crazy how like all these. these wrestling guys like Vince Russo, Jim Cornette, like all of like the top tier podcasters, they're laughing like, all right, we could giggle about it, whatever. But like they're so in the bubble because that's their own boss. They're laughing, they're giggling, they think it's cute, it's funny. He looks silly, he's speaking silly, he's cursing at the cops. And it's just like, dude, he almost killed a freaking lady. Like, you don't even care about that part of it. Like,
Dude, he nearly killed somebody? I thought he just like was just swerving, they caught him. He nearly hurt somebody?
He crashed head on, not head on, but he crashed into a back of another car that was in front of him. He didn't even move. He just 150 miles per hour, boom. And then he swerves and hits the middle guardrail, and all the airbags pop up, and it's just like, dude.
That's what billions do to you, because we weren't talking that way. We weren't keeping that energy when we were talking about Tammy Sitch. We wanted that woman under the jail.
Right?
Yeah.
Good point. Oh my God. Like she killed somebody, but like still, like she crashed. Like she had like 40,000 other crashes before that. And
Jesus.
Wow.
Chris Candido, if he was still here, bro, he would have spat on her grave and I would have been there to watch.
Man.
Me personally, bro. That woman was too much.
I think
I don't want to imagine what she was in the 90s, bro.
She was all right in the 90s. It's all
no, she was valid, but she was the wrong type of valid. She's toxic valid.
All the heartthrobs that people loved as a kid, they're like, oh my God, I want to marry the Rockers, Sonny. Now they're all like, oh, like I want to Photoshop HBK how he looks now on HBK's body from the 90s.
No, they bring up his Saudi Arabian look when he was bald with the headband, still cross-eyed. Jeez. Yeah. You wanted that, Mom? You wanted that?
Oh, yo, there's a weird. Oh my God, did you ever see that weird, creepy video of him that popped up like a few months ago, where he kisses like a really, really, really young fan in the audience and like motorboats her?
Oh Lord, he got Michael Jordan. Oh no.
Oh man, and it was just like whoa, like you could tell he was geeked up. Like his eyes were glazed. He was already sweating before he entered the ring.
His eyes were finally straight as soon as he kissed a young man.
Yo, he got that because he said that Kane punched him in the face and it connected for real by accident.
Ooh,
and that's how he got it. Like he discusses it at one time.
But I believe it. I've always heard stories how strong, like how physically strong Kane realistically was. So like, I believe that.
Brock Lesnar said that a week ago. Brock said that a week ago. That's when he said that because he was just like, who's the strongest guy you've ever fought on a podcast? He was like, Kane. Kane is crazy strong.
You guys, sometimes, like, I understand, like, I know, like, a lot of wrestling fans always get construed, like, what's a work and what's a shoot when it comes to how people would strike a guy. Sometimes they're really, like, those chops, like, look at Kofi Kingston's chest as an example.
Shit, yeah.
That's not genetics, folks. Nobody's chest would look that concave. Big Show gave that a light tap, and you saw what happened.
Him, Jericho, Big Papa Pump all have that chop mark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, Rock probably got chopped so hard that's why he had that chest surgery around, like, what was it, 99? That was why he was wearing, like, the jacket.
That makes sense. He did have those weird.
Place absolutely dead right now for a WWE debut.
Why is there raindrops on your screen? Do you get to choose that?
Yeah, I get to choose the filter.
I wonder if that's like
the background.
I wonder if that's something they added so channels won't get copywritten because that distracts like the real image of a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's why sometimes they don't take up my shorts that involve like footage. Well,
hey yo, what? Pause.
No. It's wrestling footage. Elimination Chamber footage. Chill out. Don't pull up the X, bro. I'm not trying to get canceled. But just WWE like footage. But I'm still like commentating.
No wonder why they don't take off the videos of me taking off my shorts.
Hey yo. God damn it! No.
Disclaimer. I heard that so fastly. I was like, I know what he means, but
He's
goddamn,
gonna get me incriminated. I'm done.
I'm crying.
I'm weak.
That
was a good
amazing.
one.
Oh man,
Danhousen pulling up with his. I forgot what were these the same backups from the Demon's entrance or?
the demon had a. Did he have a cool entrance?
I think he came up with like in a cave. I think he came in the same way. There was a lot more theatrics. There was like a lot more pyrotechnics.
Wait, so Finn Balor came as Demon Balor, not Finn Balor?
Oh no, Finn Balor just came in as regular Balor with the high top Jordans and the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the high top Jordans with the double basketball arm sleeves and the jacket. I will never feel the hype for Finn Balor. I don't know. I'm sorry. I understand Finn Balor's goated. I won't take anything away from the match. The match was good.
Yeah.
It needed a little extra. It needed run-ins. I'm sorry.
I understand most guys short, man.
Oh god, he's too short. He's built like a star.
I'm sorry. I seen him in real life, and he was like the same size as Rey Mysterio. Like I remember going to like one of these conventions, and he was like all the fans were taller than him, man. Everybody. So they have to be lying about his age.
5'9". You're telling me he's around like under 5'8"?
He's very short, man. Very, very. Like he's the shortest one in that picture, but he's also against really tall people, and he's shorter than Machine Gun, and the Machine Gun is short. And he's in the front. He's standing in the front, and you know how they say they make you stand in the front to make
short guys to the front, tall guys to the back. Yeah. That's how I cheated my wife. Carl, chill.
I thought he was cool when he first debuted because he had that Bullet Club hype, and I thought he was gonna be like he was gonna be able to come out dressed up as the Joker from Batman and do all those little like things he could pull off in Japan without getting sued. But then he got injured ASAP. Remember, he won the title, and then the next week,
the shoulder injury.
And then ever since then, he was just
like downward. I mean, yeah, he still got some like mid-card championships. He was like feuding with. I think it was like high-profile feuds. Was like he won the Intercontinental Championship against like Bobby Lashley. He was like feuding with Baron Corbin and them, and then he got squashed by the Fiend. And then like the Judgment Day practically saved his career, if we're being honest.
Yep. And R-Truth probably saved Judgment Day.
Nobody brings up how over R-Truth was over with the Judgment Day with the Damian Priest segments and stuff.
Yep.
Why do they always take outside sources to save a faction? Maybe they should try to get Mr. Iguana with this Wyatt Six, and they do something with. Maybe they summon with the lantern of real life Iguana or some crap. Oh.
They did have that the Finn Balor puppet, that little stare down.
Oh god, no, that was in Lucha. That was in the Mexico.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Jesus.
I wish it was like I wish WWF Vince McMahon was running it because they would get Demon Puppet deported.
Oh yeah, R-Truth is an ice. We'll make it a faction. Right?
Let me see your papers, Demon Puppet.
Let me see your papers. Chris Jericho shows up. You're a border crosser. You just made the list.
Oh my god! Yo. The Iceman D. Malenko comes out and kicks him out.
Oh nah! Oh no! We'll be down to 600,000.
Man,
D. Malenko, Jesus. Give me Jerry Lynn. Give me the guy who played the Glacier. It's all part of Ice.
Oh my god!
Maybe we can give Sean Spears a call.
Sean Spears, what? Why?
He's on NXT.
Oh, I was thinking of people that have like Ice, like the Glacier, Iceman.
Oh, okay. You just want guys with like cold names.
Yeah.
Damn, it's hard. It's difficult to find a different one. Oh God. Wait, we can get Jack Swagger. Forget that. We can just get all Americans here. We can just get all white Americans being the faction.
JBL. He already did that with Eddie Guerrero.
He already like runs in and interrupt matches anyway. They can deport El Vikingo, bring him straight to CMLL, demote him.
Man,
And he was supposed to be like a high prospect. He's already in the game, by the way. He's in 2K26, so I'm shocked like they don't premiere him on like Raw or anything.
Did you see that video where he might be in trouble or not because he was kicking one of the
Oh, Grande?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
And I was just like, damn, like you could like, ugh. That's something.
He was telling him like, dude, he's kicking the shit out of me. You need to stop.
On camera too, like you're hurting your camera to say that, like you're basically saying you're a puss, but like you saw the kicks and it's like, damn, right on his neck.
So I don't know. You probably know a lot more about like in ring than me, but like, what's like the no habla español when it comes to psychology?
I don't. What do you mean no English in psychology? Like I don't understand.
Like what's like telling a person to stop working on, like still hitting you pretty harshly when they're like communicating for you to like stop.
I think exactly what you saw right there, man. I think exactly what you saw right there is you just snap and you're like, F it, yo, this is real life. Get like there's no like chill, like maybe you give him a receipt. I got kneed in the face a couple of times. This one guy was holding me and he kneed me, and a couple of them got me on the bridge of my nose. And then I just get up and I push. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I just move around to the other corner. And then I've seen it a lot in indies where if somebody gets hit real, they just stop. They're like, yo, like, you want to fight for real? Like, it just your instincts take over. Like Brock Lesnar when Braun Strowman hit him in the face for real, and then he just snapped.
Oh, yes, that was a good example. And then Brock he got him back with like a right hand, like a straight right to the face. Jeez, that was actually a crazy interaction. I find the same thing with Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. They were just getting receipt after receipt afterwards. So yeah, I expect that to happen. Yeah, but it's crazy because I know this partnership with AAA is supposed to help bring a lot of luchadors in when they have like already like Penta and Rey Fenix coming straight from AEW. You don't make them a tag team. That confused me because I know it's probably contract timing.
I see Penta got his theme song. Yeah, I see a lot of single star in Penta instead of his brother. Like if Penta looks like the man, like before I knew he was a tag team partner, and I started watching AEW. I was like, man, that guy's gonna win the AEW title. But then they're like, oh, he had a feud with LAX back in TNA. His brother, I forgot his name. They're the team. They're going against the Young Bucks, and then that just erased it. But WWE tried to bring it out in him. But then I do agree right now with you. Like if you're having all that AAA and you have all these guys like all these other masked wrestlers that are showing up, make them a tag team, have them going against. But then New Day's injured, and then Street Profits are not wrestling. So it's just like,
Big E's out, and you got Xavier Woods out. Then you get Bronson Reed. He just got a shoulder injury. And it's like the same thing from 2016. We missed out like several guys back in 2016. That was a massive injury crisis. And these are with the layoff. DIY. Yep. Well, Tommaso Ciampa went to AEW.
Machine Guns, so Motor City Machine Guns. Where are they at?
Oh, full catering. They won the tag titles in their catering. Oh God, no! I wish. Hell, Jeff and Matt are still like tag team champions on TNA. I'm shocked they didn't show up. Hell, you got Leon Slater. That kid's talented.
Is he a Hardy? Remember they were trying to push Private Party, and they had that one guy as the guy that would go.
Oh name. Yeah, nah, bro. I stopped watching Dynamite for like a month after that. When I heard they're on the TNA now.
Yeah. No. They might be. But I remember him. They had Brother Nero, and then he had like a funny name, like Brother something. But he was like like the Black Hardy Boy, and I was wondering if. Yeah, and instead like Jeff would go like this, but then he would just be like, oh, and they'll look at him like, what the hell? What?
Yo, if there was more veterans in that setting, they would have beat the hell out of him backstage. I'm not gonna lie. One hearing from JBL, you would have not hear it again. He would have called you the F word and everything.
Oh my God.
How is that over?
Oh my God! Not maybe with like kids in school, but have you seen the Bob
No.
Holly Twitter account?
What's a Bob Holly Twitter look? Oh, is this about the sandbagging?
No, he just hates Sami Zayn. Like he probably has like the same views as you and I do. Like he
I think
really
Bob
goes
Holly's my favorite wrestler. I think Bob Holly's my favorite wrestler now.
put
Is it
in
Bob Holly or just Hardcore Holly?
put in the Bob Holly.
Oh, ew.
He has some
You
savage
think
takes,
get
man. There he goes. I think that's him.
Yeah, that should be him. Ew, he got this Titantron. TKO doesn't have enough zeros in their checkbook for me to ever put Sami Zayn over clean in the middle of the ring. God damn, yo, I apologize, folks. I'm not the one for bias here, but I'm just showing support. I'm just showing support. God, he never rated him at all. Oh damn, we have several top female wrestlers that I think are must see talents, but most of them are embarrassing to watch. Sami Zayn is 100 times more embarrassing to watch. Damn. God damn.
Jesus.
I would have loved to work a house show loops with Sami Zayn as my opponent. We know what you do. I've seen your chops before, Bob Holly. I know what you do to him. Sami Zayn would be a different ethnicity if he started chopping him, bro. Jesus. This is brutal. I think I was whoa. Wow. Can I say this? I mean, I know what it means, but like,
I don't know.
I'm not
Your
trying to
YouTube
be
shorts.
discriminative. Jade Cargill has a great look. She needs to get out of the professional wrestling business because she's embarrassingly bad and she just doesn't have the it. She should pack it up in Hollywood now before the window closes. Sami Zayn needs to pack it. Damn, yo, just catching straights at the end of the sentence is crazy. Why is he just catching straight at the end of the? Let me just sprinkle in a bit of Sami Zayn hate at the middle of a take. I'm not gonna lie. What I feel about Palestine right now, Sami Zayn, he just needs to go back to developmental. I would have loved to.
He said
Chad Gable in my time. Okay, a positive take on Chad Gable. I'm a fan of him too. I think he could have had incredible matches with me putting him over. Could have easily used him in the underdog storyline, eventually winning the WWE title. Instead, we got garbage talent like Sami Zayn. God damn, but they're not even. Yo. And I remember Jim Cornette giving the Young Bucks shit back in the day. But this is like before AEW existed. This was like prime Ring of Honor. Like Jim Cornette was not with it. He thought they were goofs. Rudy Poo, most of their matches are choreographed. Never feels like they're hitting people for real. But this is just brutal shade on Sami Zayn. I feel like he's overrated, but the extent, this is crazy. Vince McMahon is the best boss. Okay, you're not getting a job, bro. You're not getting a job. A leader.
He ain't getting a job no more.
But I don't see Crash Holly no more. Scared of anything or anybody. I always respected that. I would have proudly worked for him again in some capacity if the opponent were to present. I thought I was going to. Wait, let me see the comment. Well, he wasn't trying to fuck you. Thank you. I thought somebody was going to say, I thought your first opponent was going to be Sami Zayn or something. Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, maybe he let you let you do Sami Zayn's laundry is crazy. Shit, he would. God knows what Sami Zayn's probably going to get booked to do at Mania. Because I think he's just going to feud with like Trick Williams or something. Because I think that's his interaction he's been getting every week. But this is brutal. This is brutal stuff. This is all his tweets. WWE is going to put Bruno Hogan lineage belt on Sami Zayn. That pisses me off. Sammy's job is to shuck and jive and lay in a giant mousetrap, getting beat by F minus grade celebrities. Oh, when he lost to Johnny Knoxville, people like him were created to make people like me laugh, not to win championships. God damn. Sammy, if you want to motivate or go to the gym, I think Bob Holly tweets do it for you, bro. This is calendar. This is calendar. This is not even like sporadic. This is consistent. Bro, this is like just 3 hours apart. Damn. This is
man, he's
bro.
That's crazy.
Shut up. I need this to like go to sleep.
Man.
Go ahead, sir.
Speaking of, it's 1 more minute. I'm about to tap out.
Well, I appreciate the time I have you on, man. This has been a better mood changer than what's been going on right now for this
definitely for sure, man.
I don't know what
night,
this
DST.
whole. Thank you, Swerve, man. That was Swerve, ladies and gentlemen.
My computer's acting up, but if you don't hear me, thank you for having me on, man. Always fun.
Want me to boot you off just to make sure
get out of this.
Everything's good? Oh, okay. Well, that was Swerve, ladies and gentlemen, man. This was a yikes PLE, bro. It feels like you can really telegraph on its mind how it's going to be. And we just have like barely like 5 weeks of poor booking to go of repetitive television. But if you guys believe that there's any optimism to get over this night, Ripley and Jade Cargill is probably going to be a good match. We know Cody's probably going to be in the title picture, whether you all like it or not. Bob Holly's right about majority of his tweets. Shout out to Bob Holly. I'm sorry, that was for Vicky Starks. My fault. But I appreciate you guys being on. We're going to close off the stream here. Hope you guys have a great night. Have a great rest of the weekend. And, yeah, file your taxes. I'm going to take my Tylenol.